Hi guys, welcome back to Crypto Market. We are here with the hottest economic, financial, and of course cryptocurrency, especially XRP news. Fed's Goolsby. Prudence, patience needed on rate hikes. The Federal Reserve should be patient about raising interest rates in the face of recent banking stress, Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsby said on Tuesday, noting that a pullback in bank lending would help cool inflation and leave less for monetary policy to do. At moments like this of financial stress, the right monetary approach calls for prudence and patience for assessing the potential impact of financial stress on the real economy. Goolsby said in his first extensive comments on the policy outlook since taking the top job at the Chicago Fed in January. The foremost thing on my mind before our next meeting in May is trying to get a handle on this question about credit. Is it actually credit tightening? Switzerland must carry risks to remain global financial center. Swiss Finance Minister Karin Keller-Sutter said on Tuesday that Switzerland must carry certain risks if it wants to remain a global financial center. Speaking during a parliamentary debate over the rescue of Credit Suisse by the government in Bern, the minister said that liquidity is already flowing back from the bank. As you may know, Switzerland's financial center is among the most successful and diverse in the world, combining tradition and expertise built up over generations with a pioneering spirit of innovation. The banks have both strong local roots and outstanding international networks. They play a key role in ensuring that the financial center remains competitive and stable. I believe they can handle the risks ahead. UK to be worst performing economy in G7 this year, IMF says. The UK economy is expected to shrink this year and will be at the back of the leading G7 countries as the International Monetary Fund warns a severe banking crisis threatens worldwide recession. The IMF predicts the UK economy will shrink by 0.3% in 2023 before growing by 1% next year. This would mean the UK economy's performance in 2023 would be the worst of the G7 richest nations. The IMF also sees it as the worst performing of the wider G20 group, which includes sanction-hit Russia. The G7 group is made up of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the US, and the UK. I'm going to tell you that the fund's warnings follow the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank in the US and Credit Suisse in Europe, episodes which have raised the prospect of further financial turbulence in the coming months as the system responds to rising interest rates. SEC Investor Advisory Committee calls most crypto assets securities, urges aggressive action. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's Investor Advisory Committee has urged SEC Chair Gary Gensler to double down on crypto regulation and describe most cryptocurrencies as securities. In an April 6 letter, the IAC said it was pleased with the SEC's actions on crypto. The IAC further encouraged the regulator to keep asserting authority over crypto assets that are securities and the trading platforms that list such assets. Meanwhile, the IAC advised the SEC to continue providing guidance on crypto assets and prioritize crypto asset enforcement. These comments will definitely not go unanswered and will be faced with a negative reaction from the crypto community. Instead of using this opportunity and adapting to new technology, we are just fighting with each other. Warren Buffett makes another investment into Ripple partner. Buffett is back buying more Japanese financial stocks. One of the 5 companies is Sumitomo Corporation. This hits close to home for Ripple, R3, and XRP holders with Sumitomo Corporation financial arm, Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, which owns approximately 9.9% of SBI Holdings, 14% of R3 Japan, and sizable investment in Ripplenet MoneyTap app. Well, nonagenarian billionaire is a popular non-believer in cryptocurrencies. However, that has never stopped the trader from investing in firms with exposure to cryptocurrencies. XRP may not bear an impact as terrible as other altcoins would, even if Ripple loses the SEC lawsuit. Ripple versus SEC is set to come to a conclusion over the next 2 months, with Judge Torres expected to rule in the crypto company's favor. Banks have remained unbothered by the lawsuit, continuing to partner with Ripple, proving the project's relevance and potential for real-world use cases. XRP has only declined in social presence, with its loyal community set to push the altcoin price up, regardless of the result. Ripple's CBDC advisor Anthony Wolfer has taken to Twitter to announce a partnership between Ripple and the Central Bank of Montenegro. Excited to share that the Ripple CBDC team will be collaborating with the Central Bank of Montenegro CBCG on a pilot project for creating a CBDC or national stablecoin. The bank disclosed that the CBDC project with Ripple would go through various stages. The team would have to identify practical use cases of a national stablecoin and create a design to ensure easy circulation and use under controlled conditions. You know, there are different views regarding CBDCs. While some people believe this is an innovative step for crypto community, others say CBDCs are all about more controlling mass. What do you think, guys? Please share your opinions in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and watch our other videos to know more about XRP, Ripple, and all world's economic news.